If I'm on stage with a person who is a transgender person, I will say that they are biologically male if they are biologically male, and I will call them by pronouns that match their biology, because this is what pronouns are designed to do.
DL666 steadily drifting into the Utopia of Contradictions, aka conservative TikTok. The spores are hindering our visuals, my friends, but no worries, we'll make it. Now, before I start this video, I want to share this with you guys. You like my shirt? Yeah, boy, my wife knows what to get. I've gotten nothing but compliments from this shirt, so the Golden Girls are my boo-boos. But before we enter into the Utopia of Contradictions, I just want to say one thing. My name is Ghost. My pronouns are he, him, his. And I respect anyone's preferred pronouns and call that person by said pronoun. Did you see that? Did you notice how I didn't even flinch? It didn't bother me one bit. And that's how it should be. It's called respect. R-E-S-P-C-T. You know what I mean? It isn't hard to respect another person, even if that person is asking you to do something unorthodox or not normal in your eyes, or something that you find different. It's irrelevant. But y'all know that some conservatives just can't go along with their fellow citizens because they're asking them something so difficult, like calling them by their preferred pronouns. So hold on tight, my friends, and let's travel into the Utopia of Contradictions.
Here today. More confused and stupidified by a video I've watched than this video from Kamala Harris that came out earlier today.
It's Kamala Harris. Kamala. You were saying?
Good afternoon. I want to welcome these leaders for coming in to have this very important discussion about some of the most pressing issues of our time.
Okay, so far no problem, but this gets really woke and off the rails and confusing really quick.
Does it now? Well, let's see how woke Vice President Harris is.
I am Kamala Harris. My pronouns are she and her. I am a
Okay, so you don't have to say your name. We all know who you are. And the pronoun thing, this isn't even my biggest issue with the video, but we can tell by looking at you. Can tell I'm a guy by looking at me. And I don't need to tell anyone my pronouns because for 99.99999% of people, you can tell what they are by looking at them.
I guess you've never seen a visually impaired person, huh? She said that statement for the visually impaired, you know, for blind citizens and for the LGBTQIA+ community. I bet you guys money this was Harris when she was sitting at home on her phone and she found out that the right was losing their mind because of this statement.
Do Democrats who've been calling for police reform, not to cancel the police, just to reform it, do they need to start speaking up more about fighting crime?
So first off, Joy, let's start by stating your question correctly. The Democrats did not call to reform the police. The Democrats called to defund the police.
Hey, Joy, what's wrong with you? Didn't you hear what he said? They want to defund the police. Aaron, before I explain to you how oh so wrong you are, nice polo shirt. Classy. Got that high and tight going there, huh, buddy? Now that I have your attention, defunding the police is reforming the police by defunding certain sections in the police department and giving it to other sections in the police department that are, you know, more important is defunding the police. How do you not know this? Just Google it, man. Defunding the police, or as you call it, reforming it and giving it to something more important. Like maybe going to college for 4 years studying criminology before becoming a cop. Fund maybe a mental health program where we can teach police officers how to deal with people in the public and not just mow down anyone they think is guilty. How do you not know this? How do conservatives like you jump down to conclusion on an issue you don't even know? It's a little pathetic.
So that's number one. Now, number two, to answer your question on what can Democrats do to fight crime, well, I think they got to get on their hands and knees first off and thank their lucky stars that every time they call 911, a police officer actually shows up to help them out.
I know. Socialism. What a beautiful thing.
Beautiful.
I think we can all agree that one of the most difficult parts about being pro-life is dealing with the backlash and the arguments that come from the pro-abortion side.
Wait, what? You pro-birthers are feeling backlash? You are feeling backlash? Why don't you say that to the 10-year-old girl that's being forced to carry the child of her Tell that to the mother that is going to die if she doesn't get an abortion and now has to travel across the country to get health care. Basic standard health care. Yes, abortion is health care. Period. But now that we're at this topic, let me show you a video of an organization known as Mothers Against Greg Abbott. To the chick that thinks pro-birthers are getting backlash, tell that to the mothers experiencing this right now.
Thank you for your patience. There's no easy way to say this, but your baby has a catastrophic brain abnormality.
What does that mean?
It means that parts of her brain didn't form. Your daughter, if she is to survive, will live only a matter of hours after birth. During that time, she will experience a multitude of seizures and ultimately aspirate on her own bodily fluids. She will suffer. A decision will need to be made on termination. I wish I could tell you what to do, but there is only one person who can make this choice.
How much time do I have?
And that person is Greg.
Greg?
Who the f*** is Greg?
Yeah, let me just give him a call. Hey, Greg. Dr. Robinson here. Listen, I've got a pregnancy that could... Yes? But I think this one is the... Yes, okay. Sure. Okay, I'll let them know. Yeah. That's gonna be a no. Best of luck to you.
Person wants me to call them by their pronouns. In private, I'm happy to call them whatever they want. If they want to call me Napoleon Bonaparte, I'll do it. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. But in a public setting, I am not going to sacrifice the validity of truth on the altar of niceness. I'm not going to do it. Right? If I'm on stage with a person who is a transgender person, I will say that they are biologically male if they are biologically male, and I will call them by pronouns that match their biology, because this is what pronouns are designed to do.
Oh, Benjamin, I don't even think you know. What is that? Oh, Benjamin, I heard that you couldn't even get your wife wet.
Is it true?
Oh, Benjamin, why in the hell can't you get your own wife wet? Is it true? His wife says that it's true. As I was saying, I don't even think you know what pronouns are, Benjamin. They're supposed to represent pronouns that said person feels. If I feel like a woman, even though I look nothing like a woman, and I want you to call me she, her, you better do it. If you don't, that means you don't respect me, which means it's time to throw down. If you like the song that I wrote for Benjamin, hit that like button, turn that thumb blue, my friends. It really helps out the channel. Thank you so much.
Earlier this week, I posted a video describing why separation of church and state is a leftist myth.
A leftist myth? Dude, have you ever read the Constitution? You know what? I'll quote a couple of your founding fathers. Nothing is more dreaded than the national government meddling with religion. John Adams in a letter to Benjamin Rush, 1812. Religious bondage shackles and debilitates the mind and unfits it for every noble enterprise. James Madison, a letter to W. Bradford, April 1st, 1774. Christianity neither is nor ever was a part of the common law. Thomas Jefferson, letter to Dr. Thomas Cooper, February 10th, 1814. This would be the best of all possible worlds if there were no religion in it. John Adams, 1780.
Under the First Amendment, the government must stay out of religion, but religion is not required to stay out of government. Many people angrily commented, well, we can't have the church controlling government or something similar. So I just want to point out a few things. First, the idea that we can have a just government totally devoid of religion is a ridiculous notion. If you believe religion must stay out of government, then answer this. Where does government get its moral compass if not from the Bible? Really, think about that. If God does not exist, then where do morals come from?
Dude, why did you have to open up that can of worms with me? Why? See, morality is a human construct, just like religion is. It's made up. We made it up, dude. It's all made up by human beings to control other human beings. Who said it's wrong for people to murder? Humans did. We said it was wrong, we made laws about it, and now you think because it's against the law, God influenced these people to make these laws? To an atheist like me? That makes no sense.
Ladies, today you are going to be angry. You are going to be filled with rage. You're going to want the entire world to burn down, and I'm here to tell you, good. Good. Do not apologize for how you feel. Do not apologize for how you speak. They have taken away your right to be a human being, so you have permission to take away their right to have a voice.
Come on, taking away your right to be a human being.
You don't think they took your human rights away? I wonder how you'd feel if you lay down with somebody that you didn't want to lay down with and get pregnant. You think she'd keep the baby? No. She would be running. She would be crawling to states that provide legal and safe abortions.
It sounds like a disingenuous argument. In fact, there's nothing more human being when it comes to being a woman than having a child. So to say that overturning Roe v. Wade is taking away somebody's right to be a human being, this is where we get into trouble because we're not being honest. Another fear-mongering phrase to get women and people who support the pro-choice end of this argument to be angry and to go protest the Supreme Court and to get on the internet and say these exact same things over and over and over again to no avail, because if we cannot have a real, genuine conversation about it, we can do nothing.
All right, look, there is no conversation here anymore. The conversation was over the moment you voted in mother that will put in mother into the Supreme Court to take rights away from women. Mother that are in the Supreme Court that planned this blindness. Litigious right-wing mother that want to control everyone, especially women. How can you say this as a black woman here in the United States? How can you say this?
Yeah, I got another one for you. All right. We got to talk about Pelosi now lying too. So on January 6th, she had a speech where she got up and she commemorated the deaths of the police officers that died because of what happened January 6th, right? So here you go. This is what she said.
Okay. Go on.
As I conclude, I want to acknowledge our fallen heroes of that day. U.S. Capitol Police Officer Brian Sicknick, U.S. Capitol Police Officer Howard Livingood, Metropolitan Officer Jeffrey Smith, U.S. Capitol Police Officer Billy Evans of a later assault.
Now, I am not going to take away from the deaths of those police officers. It was tragic no matter how you unpack it. But what I'm finding disgusting is how Pelosi is now using these deaths to try to further her narrative about what happened on January 6th. Why I'm saying this? Let me show you. Brian Sicknick died January 7th, the day after. And if you notice here, death is natural. He died of a stroke. Nothing to do with January 6th.
Okay, I'll give you this one. Just because, unfortunately, we cannot determine if the stroke was tied to the nightmare that the man experienced on January 6th. I can't say that PTSD triggered the stroke. We just can't say that because we just don't know.
Howard Livingood died January 9th, not on January 6th. 24-hour shift. He did 3 of them in a row, and it was right after that he committed suicide.
The man committed suicide because of the insurrection. I don't think you people comprehend what really happened on January 6th. This man was probably unaliving himself because of the PTSD that he experienced. Or maybe it's the overload of capitalism that our country did to him. 3 back-to-back 24-hour shifts? The day after the insurrection? Come on, son.
Jeffrey Smith, also, January 15th, died of suicide. The medical examiner found that drastic changes in his behavior are evidence.
Why did you just sound like a squeaking door? Let's go back to what you said. Gentleman died because of suicide 9 days after the insurrection, okay? You even mentioned the fact that his doctor stated that there was a drastic change in his behavior after January 6th. Are you actually confused at the end? Y'all really don't like facts or evidence, do you? The hypocritical spores, my friends, are rampant.
But then when I started doing more and more movies, that's when I started hearing people saying stuff on the set, and I would challenge people. I'm like, well, what do you mean by that? I mean, they love their labels. You're a homophobe. You're a racist. You're an anti-Semite. And I go, okay, tell me how I am. Where does that come from? I've been on the set of so many movies and TV shows in 30 plus years, and I've worked with so many people that are gay, lesbian, whatever. There's not one that would say I was a horrible person to work with. There's not one.
Are you sure about that one, Hercules? Because I'm about to really disappoint you.
Disappointed!
God's Not Dead star Kevin Sorbo accused of sexual harassment by actress. Our well-behaved hunky Hercules tweeted this a day before he was called out. Not one feminist has defended Sarah Sanders. It seems women's rights only matter if those women are liberal. Oh really, Sorbo? Then why did actress Hailey Webb retweet this? I don't think the person who repeatedly tried to pressure his 3 decades younger co-star into sleeping with him, publicly shame her on set when she refused to, and insist the director added unnecessary sex scenes between us, should be slapping his gums about feminism. Mic drop. Every time. If you need more content, then check out this video right here. Support the channel on Patreon if you can. Support a dream. Come join my private Discord. Get private lives, private podcasts. We talk about politics all the time. Come say hi. I'll leave that link right here and in the description below. And if you have any other conservative TikTok videos you want me to commentate on, DM me on my Instagram. I will check all my messages. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything. And I will see you guys later.